Welcome, Liz. Welcome, Karen. Welcome, Laura. Welcome, Carol. Good to see all of you. I'm so glad, Karen, that you suggested that today would be just an okay day to practice, even though it's so close after the holidays. Welcome. I'd like to start our meditation, the first in this Gregorian calendar year, by remembering our teacher, Lamarad. And I'm popping something in the chat. And I'll just review what this means to me, and then I'll invite folks who are interested to chant it with me. And this chant reminds us that our teacher may be human, and of course we want our teacher to be human. But the teachings of a real teacher and the teachings of the deity are exactly the same. So the words, Guru Saraswati, Saraswati is the first in the trinity of the deities in Hinduism. And this is where we set our intention, our goal. What does liberation look for us? And the second part, Guru Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the deity of resources, particularly at any point that is feeling like a threshold, like the start of the Gregorian calendar year. This is an invitation to ask the deity, ask the true teacher, ask the divine teachings. This is what I need in this moment in my journey towards liberation, whether it's material, food, housing, whether it's a teacher. And then Guru Devi Maheshwari. Maheshwari is the third deity in the Trinity. And this is where we require that embodied courage. All the challenges of liberation, the challenges of just breaking free of old habits that have a purpose. The old habits have a purpose, but now the courage is to let go of it. The courage to deal with the grief that comes. The courage to deal with whatever is coming up. Guru Sakshat Bhagavati says Sakshat means truly. The teachings of a true teacher is truly the same as the deity. Bhagavati being symbolic of all the three deities in one. And the last line, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, is just a plea, really, a plea to our teachers, stay and teach us as long as possible. So we'll chant this 3 times. Guru Saraswati, Guru Lakshmi, Guru Devi Maheshwari, Guru Sakshat Bhagavati, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Saraswati, Guru Lakshmi, Guru Devi Maheshwari, Guru Sakshat Bhagavati, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. And this time bringing into mind the teachings of Lamarad, the ones that we have received, the ones that we will be receiving, and remembering that the true teacher's teachings are the same as the teachings of the deity. and making any requests of the deity or the teacher. Guru Saraswati, Guru Lakshmi, Guru Devi Maheshwari, Guru Sakshat Bhagavati, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So with that, we start. I invite you to find the posture that feels most appropriate in this moment. And almost sometimes I feel like this is melding my body, my mind to my environment. And as I do that, I remember that scores of meditators before me, before you, which includes Shakyamuni Buddha. He would go to the forest and search for the right tree, and then find the right spot under the right tree. And maybe move the twigs a little bit and settle his body into the earth. And so in this Gregorian calendar 2024, I invite you to find the most appropriate position that is right for you. And even as you start doing that, finding some part of the body that needs to be let go of, to be released, some part of the body that needs to be soothed, held. This process itself, this entering into meditation itself, is sacred. Like entering into a religious portal. The doorway itself is sacred. Which reminds us that our bodies are sacred. Our environment is sacred. Those of you who meditate multiple times in the same spot will probably be able to access it quite easily, the sacredness. This is also a time we begin to become more conscious of what we are seated on, whether it's a cushion or bedding. It's providing you the support, the container. Like the maternal. And the seat of the bedding is nothing but a metaphor of what lies underneath the earth, the soil, the mud. The earth is the maternal who has known you from generations ago, from before you were an amoeba, before you were a species. It knows you, she knows you, your true nature. And like the maternal, She's wanting to hold you, hold anything that feels too much in this moment. So you can relax. Relax into your true nature. There is nothing the earth wants more than to support you in remembering who you are, which is pure delight. Pure delight. Love. Intuition. And in the space around you, as you begin to sense this sacredness, I invite you to set a boundary. A boundary, not a wall. Use what is feeling appropriate to you. Might feel like a fence, a moat, consecrated water, the double diamond symbol. And whatever you choose to mark this boundary, I invite you to remember that it's an unbreakable, the most powerful boundary that you can ever imagine. Its power comes from the sacredness of your body, the sacredness of this activity, the sacredness of the portal that you are entering into. Only beings who love you, who have the capacity and the desire to support you in your path toward liberation, are invited into your space. And as you set this sacred boundary, begin to invite those beings who want to support you in your unique journey. Begin to sense these beings awakening around you. You can simply say, welcome. Welcome. You may not recognize the faces, or you may. It's not important to know exactly who these beings are. Just know that there is nowhere else they would rather be than here right now, supporting you. Most of these beings have known you for a very long time. They may even have come into your lives at times, many times before this. Welcome. As you begin to feel their positive regard, you might begin to sense how natural they feel about seeing your true nature. They know your true nature, perhaps better than you are aware of it or remember it in this moment. All the goods that you have done through generations, through species, all the times that you have put in to working towards your liberation, supporting others, loving others, caring about their liberation. Every single time that you have cared about your liberation, about the liberation of beings around you, they remember each one of those times. And they hold you very dear. We tend to remember times when we feel inadequate. It's such a small drop in the ocean compared to all the times you have cared for yourself, cared for others. These beings keep that in perspective. When you can't, not just yet, maybe. Begin to see that as these beings perhaps continue to come into this space. Maybe you have to extend the boundary just a little bit more to accommodate all these beings. Mentors, beings who have taught you what you needed to be taught, what you wanted, teachings you wanted to receive. Mentors who freely gave away whatever they learned. Caregivers, spiritual friends, deities from your indigenous culture. Leaders from groups you belong to, peers from groups you belong to. And they may, the groups may have a name and a website, but often it has to do with what is it that you are drawn towards. If you enjoy artwork, artists whose creations spoke to you. Groups you belong to because of this particular body that you have. Any group who saw you for who you are, loved you, wanted you to reach liberation. And I think of this as not only just groups that you belong to or have belonged to, but also will belong to. All of us will belong to beings who have passed on. Those two are your groups. And now begin to invite the elements, the earth, water, the wind, and fire. Fire can be fire itself, or smoke, or temperature, or light. Inviting all of that into your space. Inviting also stillness. Times when you have felt grounded. Probably more aware of your true nature than other times. Um, what time, what moment pops into your mind when you think of stillness? Maybe the world outside was still or quiet early in the morning. Maybe there was a lot of noise, but you just felt grounded. Maybe it was a moment we just connected to love for yourself. And the boundaries between you and the outside world just melted a little bit. Continuing to feel the goodwill, the support, the confidence for all these beings, for all these supports. Beginning to feel it on your skin, your muscles, the bones, the very core of your bones, heart. Feel your heart just relax and expand, knowing that you are loved, you're supported. The lungs, stomach, the bloodstream, the subtle, subtle particles in your body. You are loved. You belong. You will have all the support you need to reach liberation. It will happen. We'll be here in this moment for about a minute or so. Continuing to feel the love, the support, everything that you need. The teachers, the teachings, the deities, the elements, the sanghas, any medicine you want will be brought to you. Just a few more moments. Now slowly begin to give away whatever merit you've gotten from this practice. Just let it freely be released in all 10 directions around you. Merit is one of those phenomena that is endless. You give away and you get more. No need to keep any for yourself, paradoxically. So just let all the merit from this practice be released in all directions for all beings who are wanting, who will one day want liberation. It's yours and yours and yours and yours and yours. Now beginning to thank all your supports. Maybe blow them a kiss, shake their hands, whatever makes sense for you. And as they begin to leave, many, if not most, if not all, promise that the next time you need them, simply remember. Simply remember. And as they begin to leave, you notice that in your heart center, in the middle of your heart center, there begins to glow a white pearl, color of moonlight. This pearl has always been there. This is a reminder. It's a reminder of your true nature since beginless time. And it's also a reminder of all the support and the promises of support. Continue to give away all the merit. And as all your beloved beings begin to dissolve, return to where they need to be in this moment. I invite you to again feel the earth beneath you, holding you, containing you, giving you the support you need. Beginning to feel the weight of your body on the earth. And making whatever movements, maybe moving your fingertips, your back, your neck, sacredly coming out of the meditation portal the way you entered it. Care for the body. Gently, gradually, respectfully, lovingly exiting the portal. Whenever you're ready, you can feel free to come out of the meditation. Thank you all for your practice. I invite you to share with the group anything that wants to be shared with your Sangha.
So beautiful, Anita. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen.
Mm.
Thank you all for being here so early in the morning and practicing as a group. I don't remember off the top of my head who is going to be leading our practice next week, but I'll bet you it's going to be fabulous. Yeah, so feel free to say goodbye in any way that is appropriate. And I hope I'll see you as soon as possible.
I'll see you next week. Thank you again. Thank you. Mm.
Yeah, thank you. Lovely to be with all of you.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.